So, welcome to recording 4 or day 4 of our Team Believe 21-day Veg Camp. I am Shayola Benta, aka Shayola the Artisan. I have the big book of prescriptions, just looking some things up for one of our team members. But here again, we'll go over this in a minute. But so far, what I do see that will help you is those alfalfa sprouts that you can put in your salad, and aloe vera, putting that in some of your smoothies.
Okay.
That will help. All right. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. So, to those who are just joining us, how you feeling? How you feeling? You got to be feeling better than that. Where's everybody? Where are you?
Feeling good. Okay. Feeling good.
So, that is awesome, and I'm happy to hear it. What we're going to do today is I'm going to strive to juice as much as I can because I am going on the road and I would like to have my things with me. So I'm going to strive to do a dry run, and whatever I have to do later, I will do. But before we move on to our 8 o'clock hour, does anybody have any questions, thoughts, or concerns about how to make their liver flush? Is everybody clear on that? So we have our drops of kyolic, we have our 8 ounces of water, we have our half lime, and a pinch of cayenne if we don't have high blood pressure. If we do not have the kyolic, we can use and mince up really nicely and finely as we can get it, or blend 1 clove of garlic. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our 8 o'clock, which is our cabbage tonic. Now, I know that most of us may not be used to drinking cabbage juice, but it is extremely healing for the blood, right? And it's also good for your sacral chakra, your rooting and your grounding. So this is not quite half. I would make, well, I probably should make half, but I've already cut some of the cabbage. But in any event, I'm going to move this back so you can see me. Okay, so we have our cabbage. We have our ginger, which I'm going to put this is a healthy thumb size. I tend to do that when I'm really not sure if I love the taste of vegetables juiced. I know, for me anyway, that ginger and lime makes everything taste so much better. So here again, your ginger is your fire element. Okay, so that's cutting away the mucus. The lime is your air element. We are coming in, we are coming in. Welcome, welcome. How y'all feeling? Great, I hope. All right, so this is what juice or tonic 1 looks like. So we have our red cabbage, we have our lime, and we have our ginger. So the next step for me would be to get the juicer. All right, so I'm just going to put it right in front of the screen. Does anybody have any questions so far?
I do, Shayola. So what element,
yes?
What element is the cabbage related to?
Well, the cabbage really would also be, it'll be more like your grounding.
So earth?
Yeah, your earth. Excuse me, I'm reaching for the extension cord. Yep, I would say. It could also be water because it helps with your flow of blood. So, all right, so I'm gonna turn on, and of course, when I turn on, I can't hear you. Just give me a moment.
Wait.
Here we go. Left the piece. 1 moment.
We're not going yet. We'll go in a little bit.
All right. So we have our tonic. I'm going to pour it into a glass. And hopefully you can see, well, let me move this because I feel like it's in the way. Okay, so here we go. That beautiful color of like a plum. Come on in, come on in. All right. So there we have it for our 8 a.m. Any questions, thoughts, or concerns with that tonic?
Sheila, if you don't have a juicer, what can you use?
If you don't have a juicer, you need a juicer. For something, I mean, even if you blend it, do you have, no, that's not gonna work either.
What's that?
I would say I was gonna say Ninja, but that works along the side of a blender. So that may not be, now here, you can do it, it just may not, I don't know if you would love the consistency. I haven't tested it, so I can't really give you my opinion.
Okay.
But I mean, I think it's best to wait until you have a juicer, especially for things like unless you want to just try it and you let us know what you think.
Okay.
Right? You'll be our tester for that. Like, I don't know. But I'm gonna rinse this because I spilled beet juice on it. 1 moment. Not beets. Cabbage juice. The beets are coming. Beets are coming. Yes.
I did the apples, ginger, and the lemon in my NutriBullet just because I didn't want to deal with the juicer, and it came out like applesauce.
Okay, I could
That didn't
definitely see
bother
that.
me.
Yeah, and I don't think the apples would, I mean, that's a little bit more digestible, right? Because you could associate that with something like applesauce. Cabbage blended, I don't know. But you might do it and say, oh my gosh, I love the crunch in this cabbage juice, you know? So, but we'll definitely get there and figure that part out. Well, by way of our volunteer. All right. So then the next thing is, yes.
This is Cece. I have a question.
Hi.
Hi. If what would happen if you just ate it? Ate the cabbage?
Greatness. You can eat it raw.
That's what I mean. Just eat it raw.
I mean, that's how I eat it. You can.
Because I don't have a juice.
So that's the alternative. If we don't find anything else, I would say rather than blend it, just chop it up and eat it. Okay. That will probably be more enjoyable.
Okay.
Okay. You're welcome. So then, of course, we have the cranberry juice with the spirulina and the Corilla. If you find that it's a little too thick, you could just add water to thin it out. Cranberry juice, of course, is really good for the bladder. So using that is a good look. And then we're gonna move on to, I'm just gonna make a little because I don't really, I guess I could eat it tomorrow. But we're gonna do the quinoa cereal. Has anybody ever had quinoa cereal before? Anybody?
No.
Or quinoa, period?
Yes, I quinoa.
Yes, I had before.
Had quinoa for dinner.
Okay.
I have
You
a
said-
question about
okay,
the
okay.
cranberry juice.
Okay.
Okay, we are buying cranberry juice at the store or the health food store. And not,
You
are we
can,
juicing cranberries?
You can juice the cranberries if you so choose.
I haven't seen any cranberries.
Or you can purchase the straight cranberry juice, not cocktail.
Yeah, not
So
cocktail.
either or.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. All right, so quinoa is pretty much the same. Yes?
I was, when you did the avocado, when we had the avocado today with the berries,
Mm-hmm.
do you ever use the pit? Because I've been taught, I use the pit also with the avocado. Yeah, okay.
Bake it, but I don't necessarily put it in
I put it,
like in the food, in the dressing, so to speak.
yeah, no, I don't
Bake
use
it,
the,
make it a crumble.
I don't use it in anything except for smoothie. So when I make a smoothie with avocado, I use the pit.
Okay,
Have you ever done that?
I have not. I
Okay,
have
that's-
not,
It contains the,
but I'm willing to try it.
well, it's best. I was taught that from my Qigong.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely nutrients in the pit for sure. So what I'm doing now is just adding water to the quinoa. You can add the quinoa first and then add the water, or you can add the water and pour the quinoa in. Same difference, really. It's going to kind of bubble up to the top. Right? So super side note, these pots are like family relics from my husband, from his mom. So I've just continued to use them. But in any event, what you want to do is just allow it on a low to medium heat to steep. Then once it's finished steeping, we'll check the grain consistency just to make sure that, it's fluffy. We can, if you like, add a little milk, albeit almond, cashew, macadamia, oat, whatever you choose. Cinnamon, nutmeg, and a little date cream. And there's your cereal.
How much
So
water
you
did
can
you put in?
either- I put enough water. It's just about a ½ inch over the grain.
Okay, thank you.
So I'll let that steep up, check it. If it needs more water, I'll do another ½ inch. Okay.
Is
So
there
does
heat?
anybody have any? What's that?
It's steeping. You're just letting it sit in the water. You're not turning it on.
Yeah, I have it on, excuse me, because I did say steep. I have it on a low, medium heat.
Now, in our instructions, you would say 2 cups of water to 1 cup of quinoa?
You can do it, you can follow. So those are directions, me writing them out and giving them to you. This is me preparing how I would normally prepare it. So I would say follow the instructions, because at some point I had to do it that way to be able to give it to you. I'm improvising, of course. So, okay. So the next juice would be the turnips, the beet, the chard, the spirulina, and the chlorella. You can add, if you want it, here again, water to it to thin it out. Totally up to you. All right. So then we move into our Buddha bowl. So what I can do, since we have quinoa going, I'll use some of the quinoa for the Buddha bowl, and then I'll use some of the quinoa for the cereal. So we'll just allow this to continue to do what it does. So with the, with the chickpeas, if you allow them to soak overnight, of course, they will loosen and open up. So that will cut down on the boiling time. If you add a half a teaspoon of baking soda to the water, that will help to speed up the boiling process for them. You don't have to do that, but if you let them soak overnight, they'll definitely open up. I desired to show you how to make the vegan mayo, but we'll have to do that in another class. So I'll show those who do not have the vegan mayo or access to it. You know, again, we can switch up our salad dressing and use that as a substitute. So as it relates to the chickpeas, right? Once they're nice and soft, like so, you can just leave them. You don't really have to do much to them, or you can do something to them. So we're going to do a little something to them. So let me think here. Y'all, I'm manifesting my dream kitchen. So I'll dance. I am. I'm grateful, but I can't wait. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is just chop up a little bit of onion and pepper, just to add a little color and flavor to the chickpeas. So while I'll do this, because I don't know how much of it you'll be able to actually see, let's chat. How's it going? Anybody learn anything new today? Anybody? Did anybody learn a new message from their body today? Did anyone weigh themselves today?
I forgot to weigh in the beginning, but the one thing I was telling Damari, I have not been hungry 1 minute.
I love it. I'm so happy to hear that.
You go on some type of eating plan, you always want what you're not supposed to eat. But I haven't. My daughter said, Mom, do you want these cookies? You can't have cookies, can you? I said, nope. She threw them in the trash. But I have not been hungry.
And neither have
That is
I.
amazing. Who's that said that neither have I?
D Maui.
Hi, Auntie Demawi. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And really, if we stick to the pattern, because here again, fruits nourish the veggies, fruits detoxify and the veggies nourish, right? So if we are cleaning out, nourishing, you know, even if it was the reverse, nourishing, cleaning out, you know, the body begins to respond to that. So happy that you're not feeling hungry. that means that you are being insatiated and you're getting your nutrients. So your organs are like, okay, we're cool. Whereas if we are eating things that do not have any substance, we continue to eat because we're not insatiated. We're not nutrient dense, so to speak, or whatever we eating or we are eating are not giving us the nutrients that we need. But great, that's awesome. Yes.
This is the Maui again. One thing that I have experienced is breaking out in hives every night, like an allergic reaction. The first night it was pretty intense, and the last 2 nights it's been less, but still there. And I know that I'm eating a lot of things that I haven't been eating, so it's going to be real hard to pinpoint what it could be from.
Okay, so we may have to start doing a process of elimination. Right, because what could that be? Have you ever been told that you have an allergy to nightshades?
I haven't been told I have an allergy to anything. The only time I've had an allergic reaction, I was 8 months pregnant, and I had an allergic reaction to seafood. But after that, since then, I haven't had one. That was 46 years ago.
Wow. Well, your body is definitely reacting to something. I would say oatmeal could definitely help with the soothing. You can soak some oats if you like. And then, like what we do with the dates, blend it, and then you can use it as a paste to help give you some ease. And then we'll just have to say it again.
I said I can't even reach the one place. It's in my back. And then the last night was on my inside of my elbow, like the crook of my arm and my back. But the first night it was all over my back.
Wow. Do you recall like eating anything that gave you any sort of reaction in your mouth?
Today I got little fine bumps on my upper lip, but that was the first time. But it seems like that was after the apple, I believe. It seemed
maybe
real,
too much sweet.
It seemed real acidy when I have to say ate, because it wasn't really liquid enough. It was like applesauce, but I thought maybe it's because of the lemon. So I don't know.
Okay, we'll need to talk offline because I'll need a moment to really think about what it is that you're saying. We'll have to do a little bit of digging.
Okay.
So that we can, and I'll be on the road. Tomorrow is full, but I'll strive to find time tomorrow because I know Sunday I'm not going to be able to do it.
Okay.
But
and
we definitely have
tonight
to
see if it happens again. Because it seems to be only at night when I get ready to go to bed is when it happens.
So when your body is going into rest mode. Okay. Is anybody else experiencing anything that they haven't experienced before?
No,
Anybody? Great, okay. We'll definitely keep a note of that. And here again, if you're keeping a diary or a journal, you want to, just make a note of what you had for the day and just how you're feeling with, with that thing. Okay, so I've finished cutting up I have some cilantro, parsley, scallions, same friends, red onion, red pepper, and a little bit of garlic, right? So the quinoa is coming along nicely. So here again, I'm just gonna split it, and I definitely will have to do that because I made more than I wanted to make. That's a lot. Okay, so since we have a few more moments on that, and of course I'm in this stationary place because this is how you can see me best, I hope. All right. So the only other portion to having to prepare something is something like a coleslaw, right? And that's going to be a part of our bowl. But, well, no buts. We're gonna have to make it work. I have to work with what I have. One moment. So for those of us who, has everybody been able to find the veganese? How does that look? How's that coming along? And if you haven't tried, that's all good. Just, you know, what I'll do, since that may be something that you can't find, we can just continue to run the dressing. You can switch the dressing up by switching up the type of seasoning you put in it. So maybe it's, instead of doing an Italian or just an oregano or just a parsley, you can do the curry and the cumin and things like that. But the base still being the oil, the ACV, apple cider vinegar or lime, lemon if you choose, your seasoning, and your sweetener, your date cream.
Dill is okay to use?
You said, is it okay to use what now?
Dill? Dill weed?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so can you all see the consistency of the quinoa?
Yes.
Right, so as a cereal, I'm just gonna put some in a bowl. And to give it my cereal vibe, I'm gonna add a little nutmeg. I'll add even more cinnamon than nutmeg for me because I love cinnamon. Now, if you like, you can use a store-bought nut milk or oat milk, or you can make your own. How do you make your own? The same way you did with the date cream. You allow the nut to soak overnight, and then you can run it through a juicer. Now for the cereal, you could just a pinch of salt. And then you have your cereal. Now, if you wanted to use like a oil instead of butter, that's fine. Coconut oil does really good with this recipe. Okay, so that's that. Then we're going to zest up the chickpeas for our Buddha bowl, right? Which I probably should have got a larger pan for this because I put up a lot of veggies. All right, so let's switch this out. Perfect. All right, we're moving right along, So how are we feeling? Yes.
Maui did. I brought
I'm better than great.
fresh chickpeas.
I had a very good day, Sheila. This is Deborah.
You said you had a very good day?
Yeah, I
And did you say
I-
that you
my-
bought
my-
chickpeas?
I did buy them, yes. I have them. I didn't
Okay.
make
So that was me,
making them
the
tomorrow.
Maui, that said about the chickpeas.
Oh, wait. So is there two people? Am I missing
Yes.
something? Am I delayed?
Maybe.
My apologies. So I heard someone say about something about chickpeas.
That was the Maui.
Okay. Excuse me for one moment. But Auntie Demaui, what did you say about your chickpeas?
I said I brought fresh chickpeas. They say they're peeled and steamed.
Okay. Okay. But and did I also hear you say, but you haven't done anything with them yet?
No, that wasn't me.
That was not you. So
Right.
have you done something with them yet?
No.
No. Okay.
No,
It's
that
not
was
time
me.
That's
for
good.
that yet.
It was me, Deborah, that said that.
Oh, okay.
Spoke mine
Like,
tonight.
I'm
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but it was me.
No, you're fine. I heard chickpeas and just other things. A fro trying to do something different. Okay. All right, so my pan is feeling nice and warm. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of oil. It's probably more than I wanted to, but that's fine. All right, so we have our accoutrement. I'm only gonna put a little, well, that's more than half. We're gonna do that first, and then we're gonna add the chickpeas. Give me one moment. Okay. So this is just to give the chickpeas, of course, here again, more flavor, more color. And we should be tasting the rainbow with our foods. All right, so for this one, you can do whatever you like in terms of your seasoning. Well, not whatever. We're not gonna say whatever, but you know, you can do your onion powder, you can do your cumin, your curry. And all that great stuff. Okay. I don't think I bought my curry so close to me. Now you can add a little water if you like to make it a little saucy. And if you have your cocoa amino, you can add a dab or two. So in one moment, I do want to add a little bit of water. And I would also like to make okay. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. When I get in here, I just start making things. And now I'm gonna put the rest. Okay. All right, so here we have the chickpeas. It's a little seasoning, nothing too wild, nothing too crazy. All right, we're gonna put this off to the side. I'm gonna turn that off. My poor cutting board takes a beating. Okay, so then the next step is going to be, here again, to repeat our sauce so that we can do the coleslaw aspect of it. And it's just some carrot and cabbage, right? So remember we said that we were going to use our oil. And we are going to use our lime or ACV, whichever one you would like to use. I use everything. Okay. A little bake cream. In order isn't that like drastic. Now, the more date cream you put in there, of course, the thicker it will make it. We're just going to add a little lemon for our zest. Okay, and a half a lemon will do. The only other thing, I think I want to do this. I think I want to do that. There you are. I'm going to switch up the seasoning tonight. So we're going to do a little cumin. I'm going to open it to hurry along. I'm going to do a little curry. And I'll do some onions. Right, so hopefully we already have these things in our kitchen. So it should be nothing to whip it up, literally. Right, so I don't know if you can see that consistency. See, it's a little thicker, which is all good. Okay, so then off to the side, we're going to bring in our cabbage and our carrots. I'm going to rinse my hands one at a time. And then I'm going to pour the dressing over the carrots and red cabbage. And then the same effect that we had with the kale, just massaging it in. All right. Now, the only other thing that I would probably add more of to this for me would be the lime. I love a zest. Okay. So we have those. Then this is how we assemble our Buddha bowl. If it's kale that you have left over, fine, that's good. You can do the same massaging with the same sauce. You can add a little something different in terms of the seasoning to give it something different of a taste if you like. If you have regular greens, like so. You can take as much or as little as you like. And you want to clean it, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so you have your greens, right? That's your base. And then with your leftover quinoa, you can do your savory seasonings with those. So here again, that's a little bit of your onion powder. You know, if you have your Italian or your oregano, you could do that. Since you did one seasoning with the curry, like the Mediterranean type of vibe, you can do something a little different for the quinoa. I'm gonna add a little bit of my cocoa, just a smidge. I'm going to mix. Right? So now I have my quinoa, which is a grain. So here again, this is going to be your lunchtime because we're not going to do all the heavy at night. Now you can still do the salad. Then you're going to add your chickpeas. And then you're going to add a little bit of your carrot. And then if you would like, if you have beets left over from your juice, which I hope that you would, especially most times when I see beets, it comes as a 3 type of deal. These I just allowed to marinate in the same sauce. So this will give you more of a pickled taste. You could add a little bit more lime to this as well. So you have all of your elements in one bowl. So that's a hearty lunch. You don't have to do both the quinoa and the chickpea. Okay, can everyone see that? I hope. For me, it looks dark. I don't know how it looks for you. And voila.
It looks very good.
Looks like a lot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And it is, well, it is a lot. It is a lot. But it is sitting on a bed of greens, so it's lifted. But here again, you don't have to do it all. Let's say, you know, you're gonna have a pretty full work day and you need to keep your energy up. This would be a nice little thing to make, whether you're fasting or not. You could do half this portion for lunch, and the other half for lunch the following day. So here again, if you are repeating this for dinner, you would do so without the quinoa and the chickpea. Okay. So that brings us, I believe, to the end. Do we have any questions? Any thoughts? Any concerns? Did I explain it that well that no one had questions? No, was someone about to say something?
Shayola, I have a question. The butter, you said you can use a little butter with the cereal. Can you use avocado butter?
Well, I don't think that you should use any butter. You
Oh,
should
okay.
use oil.
Oil.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oils, yeah.
And I have a praise report my blood pressure had been 160 and 50s, and it just couldn't go down, and the doctor was trying to put me on medication. But even after these 3 days, my blood pressure went down to 125. So,
Wow. That's amazing.
yes.
Yay! That's amazing. I'm so very happy to hear that. How are you feeling?
I feel awesome. I had another question. Today was the first time I did the what do you call it? The enema. And I was so scared. But afterwards it felt so good. My body felt so good. But this was the first time. So I know you said the second week that we should do it. The first week do it 4 times, and the second week 2 times. Since this was the first time, do I still do it 4 times since I haven't done it but once? Or just go to the 2
I would say
times?
go ahead and do it 3 more times. And it's okay that so let's say today is Friday. So you do one Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and maybe again Thursday and Friday.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. My blood pressure never been this low. So I appreciate you so much.
I am so humbled and grateful. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm happy for you. Let's keep it going. We're going to keep it going. Veg Camp, Veg Camp, Veg Camp.
Sister
Does
Sarah.
anyone else have anything? Yes.
Hi, this is Leah.
Hi. Hi, Leah.
Hi. I got on a little late.
Okay.
But that meal looks really delicious. So I'm gonna have to try it tomorrow because I missed the first half. But I'm like so hungry right now looking at that meal. It looks delicious. But I do have a question. So you're using the coconut aminos. Can you use the Bragg amino liquids if you don't have the coconut? Okay. All right.
You can. Yes, ma'am.
All righty. Great.
Yep.
I can't wait to try this. So you use the regular quinoa?
I did.
And how much?
And just
how much did you use? Like quinoa to water?
Well, per the instructions, it's 2 to 1. I improvised. So, but it was enough for me to have for the cereal and enough for me to make 2 Buddha bowls.
Okay, great. This is wonderful. I'm enjoying the class.
Give thanks. I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah, I am.
Y'all.
You're welcome. You're doing a great job.
Give
Yes,
thanks.
you are.
Give thanks. I'm yes.
I'm looking at Miyoko's Creamery made with oat milk butter. Can we use that? This melts look like oil.
Okay, say it again. It's what now?
It's butter, cultured vegan butter made with oat milk. Miyoko's.
Okay, MYEKOS.
No, MIYOKOS.
What are the other ingredients in that? What's the first ingredient?
Let's look for the ingredients. Organic sunflower oil. Organic cultured whole grain oat milk. Pastured. Water, cultured organic oats, organic coconut oil, contains less than 2% of organic sunflower lecithin. Sea salt, organic, I'm sorry, I need new glasses.
No, fine, it's
organic
fine.
cultured dextrose, acid, lactic acid, natural flavors, derived from oregano, flaxseed, and plums.
would say use it sparingly. And strive just to err on the side of the oil, because the reason why we're using the oils is to help to condition the organs so that when it's time for us to eliminate, it's easier on the digestive system. So with the other ingredients, and great that it's sunflower oil first, but if you just use the sunflower oil, you know, you'll get more nutrients that way.
Tastes better this way.
I understand. But what we're doing now is testing our will.
Got it.
And, you know, expanding that horizon, right? Because if the thing about, let's just say if you just had the sunflower oil, it's so multi-purpose. If you want it, you can oil your body with it. You can oil your hair with it. You can use it in your food. You can fry with it. You couldn't do all of that with the butter. So what I'm saying is it could be a money saver because it's multi-purpose and it doesn't have anything in it that you can't pronounce.
No, I read you. I read you.
So right. I normally say if I can't pronounce it, like I don't even want it no more. But yeah, I mean, I feel you. I would just say use it sparingly if you have to use it at all. And that's a very strong if. Mind over matter. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone? Okay. Well, ending very nicely on time. I am going to clean up, of course, and then send out the recording. And if you have any questions, definitely link up with me. General and Auntie Demawi, I will strive to be in contact with you while in transit tomorrow. But striving not to do the most, because I'll do the most real quick. So just please allow me grace if you don't hear back from me, you know, tomorrow, but I'm definitely going to strive for that.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. If there aren't any other questions, we can end now. We have a few moments before the presentation call, take a breath and, you know, all that jazz. I love y'all for striving, and I will see you mañana.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Shayla. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome. Thank you. Oh, I love the love. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Okay.
Good night, everyone.
Bless. Have a good evening, everyone.
Yep.
Likewise. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.